This video is sponsored by Rampage Games. Check out the description below for Star Wars Shatterpoint miniatures, custom tokens, and second-hand hobby products.
Hi guys, welcome back to TNG Productions. My name is Tom and I'm joined by...
Simon!
It's taken so long to get you on. How do we even introduce who you are? You're my most loved, hated person.
Likewise, Tom. Yeah, likewise.
The most loved mortal foe.
I introduced you to Malifaux, I think.
You did. You ruined everyone. Everyone in that community got ruined because of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a lot to answer for. What are we playing though? We're not playing Malifaux.
We are playing Shatterpoint.
Yeah, and who are you bringing?
Well, my favourite, Tom's favourite as well, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
The Ghost Crew.
I'm going to learn from you, and then I'm going to bring the Inquisitors because they're nice and simple and familiar. So we're going to play the game as usual. Si and I are obviously very much casual players rolling dice for fun. We hope you enjoy it, and we will see you at the end. And here are our strike teams for today's game. And yeah, I love who you've brought. Who we got then?
Oh, they're my faves. I've brought the entire Ghost Crew. So two strike teams. We've got the two primaries of Kanan and his wife Hera. Kanan, really nice and fighty. Hera, really nice and supporty.
Incredibly good at supporting, can heal, get people up off their bums.
Yeah, you get her in the right place and she's great. Two supporting, we've got Ezra and we've got Sabine with the Mandalorian armor there. Ezra works really well with Kanan, his master in the game. He can jump about, he can be a bit tricksy, he's great. Sabine is very, very mobile, which is great in a game like Shatterpoint. She can get where you want very quickly, and she throws bombs at objectives. It's great.
Yeah, so every time she moves, she can just jump.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. And then your supports?
My supports are
the
Zeb
beaters.
And Chopper, who are the muscle of the crew. Zeb, literally so. He's a big guy. He can make 2 attacks against the same target, which is great.
He can get straight up after being knocked out.
He gets straight up. He shrugs it all off. He's really, really resilient, and he's the main damage dealer in the crew. And then, of course, you've got Chopper, the murder bot, who is the fans' favourite. Chopper is very resilient. He has protection built in.
He's also incognito. You can't attack him until he's out, can you?
They just don't know if it's one of theirs or not. As long as he's in that reserve deck or in that order deck, other people cannot target him. The enemy cannot target him with any ranged attacks. So you keep him there, and then you break him out and do all the damage.
So I say to Ty, who do you want me to use? Because we're saving Thrawn for a future one. Because spoilers, I've also got the Ghost Crew and love them. So we're like, who should I use? And he was like, use the Inquisitors, obviously. And I was like, oh yeah. So very similar lineup to one I've used before. We've got Darth Vader, the Inquisitor version, the better version.
Yeah.
With the Grand Inquisitor. As a secondary now, I've got an official secondary. I've got Stormtrooper Sergeant, who doesn't do much for this list, but he just fills out the 3-point profile that you need when you take Vader. We've got Reva, who punches well above her weight when Vader is near. And then we've got the MVPs of everything, which is the 5th brother and the 4th sister, who can pull people around, push people around, and have inquisitorial mandate. So it's the old, if you're contesting, they get it, which Ezra also has.
Yeah, Ezra also has. It raises some interesting timing points, but just really, really helpful. The 5th brother is just a terrifying proposition.
It's a brilliant model. So we'll go set up the board and we'll show you which showdown we're doing. Okay, and here we are all set up for today's game, and we are playing Never Tell Me the Odds. This is the new one, isn't it?
It is.
Have you had any games this one?
I've had one game, and I think, 2 games.
Yeah.
One with you and one with Chris.
There you go. So yeah, we've had a little practice run. This is unique in the sense that you get, rather than giving you something for the Shatterpoint card, you get a named unit. And basically, if that named unit wounds an enemy, you can spend a force to move the struggle token once towards your momentum. So, for example, if it says secondary, then it might mean that if Ezra knocks someone out, he gets to move it if you've got the force to spend, which is really cool. So it gives you some extra opportunities, and it might lead to you using your support or secondaries a bit more aggressively.
It works quite well with the Rebels as well, because they
have good secondaries and supports.
No, well, they have abilities that get you to move or get you one more momentum or take away a momentum. So it's sort of...
They can get 3-point swings with it.
Exactly.
So what's the first struggle called that we've got?
So the first struggle is Desperate Measures, and the special unit is secondary units in this case.
Lovely. So you can see this denoted by the white tokens, which are going to be the ones we're fighting over. We're both lucky. We've deployed near them. I've got initiative, so I'll be going first. So without further ado, we'll get on to the first struggle. Okie dokie, it's me first, and I flip the fourth. The only time I'm happy to flip the fourth sisters for the first activation of the game. It's like, yeah, right, that's easy then. So she's going to go. I'm sorry, fourth sister. I'm sure you'll be an absolute Chad this game and carry us all.
Yeah, don't let Tom.
Don't let me like decide and pigeonhole what you should be. So she's going to advance. She's then going to hunker. So she's going to shunt herself forward and gain a hunker token, and that is going to convert to objectives to me. You're going to take the one that is nearest to Ezra as well, that you are in range. I do not move the struggle tracker though, because I'm the first one activating, but that'll take 2 of those objectives for the Empire.
So, Chopper came out as my first order card. I really want Chopper to stay in reserve, because whilst he's in reserve, he's got one of ours. Which means he can't be targeted by ranged attacks.
Vader's like, he's a friendly droid.
Exactly. People don't know who he is. He's just Chopper. He's completely innocent. He's just an innocent droid.
An innocent war criminal.
So I have then flipped Kanan.
Much better.
Which is a much better. Now, Kanan has a man with 2 names as his start of turn activation. Because he is in pack leader stance, that means that I can nominate an allied Rebel Alliance character. So I'm going to nominate Zeb, who is just next to him. Zeb may dash. So I will start by dashing with Zeb. Zeb's just going to progress up the board here a little bit, knocking over trees as he goes.
Don't worry, he will.
So Zeb gets his dash, and because Zeb is a Spectre, one character in Kanan's unit can also make a dash. So Kanan intends, now this is going to be really interesting because...
He's going to bring his little buddy with him.
Yeah, because as Kanan has made a move action within range 2 of Ezra, Ezra has Helpful Hand. Which is when an allied force user primary character ends a move action within range 2, this unit may use this ability. One character in this unit may jump. So, Ezra, now remind me, Tom, jump is a dash or an advance?
It's a dash, but you can clear any height you want to.
That's
basically.
correct, yes. So, Ezra will stay with his master, or stay close to his master, and just be placed right there.
Very nice.
Okay, so
You've
that's
now got the rest of your activation.
Yeah, it feels like I've activated most of my strike team, and I've not done anything yet. So the next thing Kanan wants to do is he wants to move up the flank there towards the active objective. So he is merely going to spend his first action to advance.
Shimmy on up
the board there, and he will quite simply take cover and get a hunker.
Yeah. Is he going to shunt forward a little bit?
He is going to shunt forward just a little bit there. So he will just place himself right there, claiming that objective, feeling very happy with himself.
And that's 2 objectives to you?
2 objectives to me.
So I have got the third sister, Reva, next, and she's got to run a long way to get all this objective.
It's a long way.
I'm not going to call the hunt. I'm not within range of the 5th brother to try and get him up a ladder. So I'm just going to advance down to here. I'm going to spend a force to force jump. And we said this objective actually on this platform is actually really difficult because there's no direct ladder up to it.
No, and it's a very small
little platform
surface area. So,
and then she is going to hunker, which means that she's just going to shunt herself just basically to the foot here, which will be within 2 of the objective. There's no one else contesting it, so it will allow me to steal control, but she's in an eminently vulnerable position there at the bottom with like Sabine Wren nearby with guns akimbo.
Oh, don't forget Chopper.
And Chopper the war criminals nearby. But it will be able to secure me 3, so it will take me 1, 2, 3, 1 over to my side of the struggle tracker.
Okay, so I flipped Ezra, and Ezra is one of the few Spectres who doesn't have a start of activation ability. So this makes things a lot easier. Ezra's quite keen on being close to his master, so he is quite simply just going to take a advance just behind Kanan there. And for his second action, he is just going to take cover.
Is he going to shunt up anyway?
He's just going to shunt himself up by the side of his master, just there, just reinforcing that objective there. Excellent.
Shatterpoint time. So this struggle tracker has moved back one over to your side, so I need to do something about that. So I'm going to send the big daddy.
Oh no.
He's coming. So I'm going to advance with Darth Vader to here. I'm going to spend a force for Vader's Fury so I can advance, and the next attack I make gets 2 added to the damage pool. So
this feels very dramatic.
he's like, the tune is playing at this stage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to flip over to Dark Rage, and I am going to absolutely yeet a lightsaber at Ezra's face. So
The youngling.
your hunker doesn't matter, I presume?
It doesn't, no.
So-
I've got no cover there, so no, the hunker does nothing.
So this is going to be 7 dice with 2 damage baked in against Ezra's ranged defense.
Okay.
Okay, it's not too shabby, actually. So
It's interesting.
you've not got to flex, so misses aren't going to be a big deal for me. So I've got 3 crits and 2 hits there.
I have 3 defense and a dash.
A dash after all this is done.
After all this has happened.
So you will block my hits, but my crits will go through.
Yes.
So on Dark Rage, I can do lots of shit. How much health does Ezra have?
Ezra has 8 health.
I can only do 7 to him. That's going to be a pain. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 7 damage to him.
Okay.
As much as I would like to... No, do you know what? I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4... I'm going to do 6 damage to him.
Oh,
And
that's
2
nice.
shoves.
Oh.
So he's got 2 health left. I feel generous in that sense. And the reason I'm going to start doing some shoves is because I'm going to shove him twice back away from his master.
Yeah.
But because I'm shoving you, I also then get to follow up. And I am going to... 1, 2...
Oh, that was a nice activation.
And take that hunker away as I engage you in combat. So no changes there because you are holding it and I don't have any advantages to contesting it with you. So I'll just have the 3 objectives that I currently have.
That's right.
Which will take it to the 2 on my side. But you've still got a jump with Ezra.
I do have a jump in there, or at least a dash.
A dash. So you can just come back in and provide some more support.
Ezra will come back in because he's feeling brave.
He will lose his hunker because he is engaged.
His hunker now disappears, but that's not a problem.
But you've still got the 2 on 1, which is good stuff.
That's where we want to be. Okay, so I flipped Sabine, which is what I wanted. I want her in the fight. At the very start of Sabine's activation, she has my friends make the impossible possible, which means at the start of the unit's activation, she gets to choose another allied Rebel Alliance character. That chosen character may dash, and if that chosen character is also a Spectre, they get a hunker token as well. So she is going to choose Chopper, and Chopper's just over here. He's just going to move towards the middle of the table near his friend Zeb. He's going to gain his hunker, and that's Sabine's start done. Now, Sabine's an interesting one because she wants to be near people to get focus, but because of the terrain, it's not looking likely that she's going to be near another Spectre.
But whenever she moves or dashes, she can just jump, which is handy on this.
It's very handy because she's amongst the terrain here and she wants to get over to this objective over here. So she is going to start her activation by making a move action. Now, because she is a Daughter of Mandalore and she has the Daughter of Mandalore ability, she has baked in protection and she gets Sharpshooter 2, which is really handy if she's getting that focus free. And when she would either dash or move or climb or reposition, she gets to jump instead. So she's going to jump.
So within 4 of Reva, basically.
Yeah, to within 4 of Reva because she really wants to throw a bomb at her. If she
just to shoot her in the face.
possibly can, and then shoot her in the face as well. So now that she's there, she is within 4.
Yeah,
of Reva. Yeah, we can go a little bit further forward. That's fine. And she's going to spend 1 force to use her ability. I'm going to go add some fireworks to the celebration. I get to roll 5 attack dice, and then each unit... 5 attack dice at an objective. So she's going to choose this objective over here, and then any unit within 2, that is Reva...
Take bad effects depending on what you roll.
takes... suffers damage for each expertise it is.
Nice.
It's so
5 dice.
And then 1 character unit may jump. So she gets a bit of extra movement from that as well, which could be handy. So 5 dice attack. Now you don't get to roll any defense here. It is merely just for expertise, and she has 2 expertise.
Is that damage per one?
It's a damage per expertise.
So I've got 6 health left.
Which is lovely. Now, Reva, I'm just going to take the dice off. Not Reva. Sabine gets to make a jump.
She's getting there.
She can get herself closer.
I'm at the extremity of 2 within this objective, so I think if you can get a cheeky shove on me here, which she has got on the second hit.
She does. She's going to take a shot.
Yeah. Now, I do have deflect, so let me know if you roll any misses here. But you have also got protection, which is bad. But it's against attack actions, isn't it? Protection.
Yeah. Now Sabine has 6 dice on her ranged attack. Now that would be increased to 9 if she had focus, but because of the position of everybody else,
I don't think I get my hunker because you're above me and basically shooting me from above.
Yeah, that's right.
So I've just got my 5 defensive dice here against range.
Cool. Let's go for it.
And
not bad at all.
So 2 expertise for Reva would be 2 blocks.
1 expertise is another hit.
Did you roll any misses?
I did not.
Damn it!
Which is brilliant. This is not bad at all, I think. So I have 1 crit and 5 hits.
I've got 4 blocks, so I will take away 4 of your hits. So thank God for that. So you've got 2 going through, but I think 2 is exactly what you need, isn't it?
2 is exactly what I need. So that will be 3 damage and a shove.
So she's taken 5 now, and I imagine you're just going to yeet me straight
Yeah,
back.
If you could be yeeted a bit back there, that would be great.
I will indeed go there. You're going to advance yourself forward a little bit?
Yeah, I want to be pushed up a little bit there, don't I? So we'll just go a little bit forwards.
Reva's really not feeling healthy after that.
Yeah, that was good.
It does mean that even though you're not on the same level as it, you will steal this off me.
Yay.
Which means you've got 3 objectives to you. 1, 2, 3. To the 1 on your side.
Yeah.
Well played, Sabine.
Yeah, I like that. That was good.
I flipped the Stormtrooper Sergeant and banked him. That's kind of going to be a regrettable decision later. But I have now flipped the 5th brother. So 5th brother's going to go. I'm going to spend a force to force jump, which gets me in base contact with the ladder, and then I'm just going to Mario warp pipe up to here. Mm-hmm. Now we've pre-measured this. He's going to absolutely throw himself off this, which will drop him basically there.
Seems very theatrical.
Yeah, he's going for it, and I'm going to swing at Ezra. Now, Ezra only has 2 health left, but I really want this to hit, so I am going to use Hatred Makes You Powerful from Vader. If I make a melee attack, I can suffer 2 wounds, and then I will add 3 dice to the attack roll.
Wow.
So this is going to be 10 dice versus Ezra's melee defense.
Melee defense of only 5. So I think Ezra is, yeah.
So we're going to go with that. And it's
3 is 2. Not wonderful, to be honest.
No, I've got 3 misses there. I've got 1 expertise, which will convert to a crit and a damage, because of course it does Inquisition, doing Inquisition things. So I've got 4 crits, 2 hits, and a damage.
To my 2 defense.
Okay, so I'll take those away. So 4 successes.
Well, yeah.
And a damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take like 5 damage to him.
I think that means that Ezra is wounded.
Shockingly might knock him on his bum, so there's a token there for you, mate.
Thank you very much.
It's going to come with 2 shoves, a strained, and then a force ability for free. So,
You will note that Kanan does have...
anger issues.
Well, he does, but he does have the now I know there's something stronger than fear ability, which will kick in when his friend is wounded.
So I have to resolve these in order. So I'll do the shove first,
Yep.
which is going to move Ezra to here. The second value will be the strained. The third one will be the shove. So I'm going to shove Ezra to here. And by this point, I have followed up to that. And then I've got my force ability, which is force repulse. So I'm going to make sure that Ezra is actually within 2 of me still, because I want to send him to just the moon in a minute. Force repulse. I can do this for free. Choose the character in this unit, push each other character within 2 of the chosen character 2 away from it.
Yes.
So Kanan's not going to care. Kanan's just going to get pushed to here. But it does mean Ezra, just to get a little bit more distance between us, is going to go all the way over there. So that gains me momentum on my side. Now, because of clearly you're a poor student, when allied Inquisitorious character wounds an enemy unit, after the effect is resolved, 1 allied Inquisitorious character may heal twice. Shockingly, because I know Kanan's going to beat my skull in now, I'm going to heal that 2 damage I just took.
Yeah.
But Ezra is a force user. And if you are a force user, I refresh 2 force. Yeah. All right, Kanan, come on, do your stuff then.
So, Kanan is very upset at your attitude towards his Padawan. And because he knows there's something stronger than fear, he now gets to heal twice. Now, Kanan hasn't taken any damage, so will not heal twice, and then do a jump. So, because he's an angry sort of guy...
He's going to get stuck back in.
He's going to get stuck back in, because he's heroic.
And you get, what, a 5 dice attack now?
And now I make a 5 dice attack.
Does it have to be against Fifth Brother?
It does not, no. It can be...
I mean, I imagine it's against the Fifth Brother, because you don't want Vader riposting you in the face.
It's going to be against the Fifth Brother, because, well, he's just a big, horrible person.
He's a bully. I've got 5 dice on my melee defense, thankfully.
So we will go with this.
5. And I do have protection and steadfast when I am contesting an active objective. Got 2 blocks, 2 expertise just turns to 1 other block and a miss. So I've got 3 blocks in total there, mate.
And I will just place my dice. I have...
Oh, angry shit.
He was very angry. He's got 4 hits and a crit.
So I'll eat 3 of the hits.
Those will be removed, giving him 2 on his playbook, which is very simple. It's 3 damage and a shove.
Well, the 3 damage will go down to 2, and because of steadfast, I will ignore the shove.
Oh, of course.
Fifth Brother doing Fifth Brother thing. I'm glad I healed, though, afterwards, because I'm back to where I was at the start.
Yeah, it's a really nice synergy, that, isn't it?
Now... Is that Kanan done? He's let out his anger?
He's going to be coming back for you now.
So it does mean I've got a 2-on-1 situation here. There's a really interesting reason I got rid of Ezra as well, is because he's also got the if you're contesting it's a tie, and it's the defending player's advantage with that, so I couldn't just walk up and take it.
That's right, he's got thanks for doing the heavy lifting.
So I will take this objective back, which means that I again return to having 3. So 1, 2, 3 takes it to 2 on my side.
Right, so it's Hera. Mummy's here.
Mum's mad.
And she's really not very happy with how Ezra's been treated. Now, at the start of Hera's activation, she has Phoenix Leader ability, which means that another allied Rebel Alliance unit may dash. But if that chosen unit is also a Spectre, they can advance instead. She is going to choose Sabine. And Sabine, because she's a daughter of Mandalore, can make that into a jump instead. And just off camera, we'll jump up onto the objective that she was contesting already.
Yeah, she's call dibs on that now.
Just to make sure she is on that and she's at the same elevation. Now, with Hera, because she's very upset and she really wants to help out Ezra, she is going to start by using her Force ability, which costs her 2 Force. We will not stand down. She is going to choose Ezra, so a Rebel Alliance unit and an active objective. So she's going to choose Ezra, and she's going to choose the active objective that Ezra has just been pushed off so unkindly by the Fifth Brother. The chosen unit then gets to remove his wounds token and all damage. So all the damage has been taken away from him. and 1 condition from himself. And you'll notice that we have already removed his strained that he had. And then the chosen unit gains an injured token, and 1 character in that unit gets to do a reposition towards the active objective.
So getting straight back in there, basically.
Just off camera, Ezra's woken up, and Ezra's gone straight back into it, helping out Kanan. Right, so that all happened.
Yeah.
And now Hera
now gets to do her activation.
Gets to do things. So Hera is quite simply going to move up behind Zeb and Chopper for her first action. Now, the important thing with Hera is she's got Crew of the Ghost as one of her passive abilities, which means that any Rebel Alliance characters within 4 of her have cover. So she wants to be back, but in the mix. So she's there, and she is herself going to take cover, giving herself a hunker token, and just tucking in there behind Zeb, ready for later.
Now, again, we said about this, we're going to just be consistent with our reading of the rules that you're the active player, so my contesting will come second, so you won't steal this one.
One of those interesting ones where the 5th brother has a similar ability.
Yeah, but as long as we're both doing it the same way, we're all good. So how many objectives do you have then, mate?
That means I only have 2 at the moment.
But that will take us back to the middle, so we will both gain a point of momentum.
It's poised.
Should have stayed down, kid. You should have stayed down. It's Vader! Yay!
Oh dear.
We were just talking off camera. I could go for Kanan, or I could just obliterate Ezra. But Ezra's the problem here, because if I just stand here and have activation, you get this objective back.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense.
So Vader's going to go. He's going to spend a force for Vader's Fury, so I'm going to automatically add 2 damage to this attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to, Hatred makes me powerful, I'm going to take 2 damage to add 3 dice to this attack. I'm on my Dart Rage, so I go from 7 to 10. And then the 5th brother's got Enfeeble, so I'm going to give him Exposed. I'm going to put him in the ground. So
I'd be very surprised if you didn't at this point.
I'm going to take a big swing at him then, and we'll see how we do. So, 10 dice.
So
no expertise.
No expertise.
Just as well for me, because I've got a million expertise.
Has he got Riposte, Vader, as well?
He does have Riposte, so if you whack him, he can whack you back.
Oh, of course, that's not this.
5 expertise for me is 2 crits, a hit, and a damage.
So I'll just take off the Exposed, because he has made his defense roll.
So it's 2 crits.
And I have merely rolled 2 defense dice.
Right, so take those away. So that is going to be 5 successes, and then 3 damage on top. So... So let's do all the damage to knock him out, and then 2 shoves.
So 8 damage to knock him out.
Which will gain me momentum. I'm gonna shove him. If you mind doing the shoves for me, my dear. Just
not
1 and then 2. Vader's not gonna follow up. He's gonna stay where he is. No further conditions. You'll be pleased to hear from that. I have got clearly you're a poor student, so I have wounded, which allows me to heal someone. I'm going to heal the 5th brother too, just because I know what Kanan's going to do in a second.
Yep.
But Ezra, he's a 4th user, so I'm going to get 2 4s back from bullying a small child.
I mean, it's
But Kanan is mad now.
Kanan is mad. He will once again know something stronger than fear, and he will heal twice. He does not need to. He's full health still, and he will jump, but again, he's quite happy where he is. And then he will make a 5 dice attack against the 5th brother.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be against the unit that's done the attack.
No, it doesn't. As long as the wounded unit was a Spectre, he can make a 5 dice attack against.
So 5 defense for me. I've got 3 blocks and 2 expertise, which I think might save my life here.
3 expertise is 2 crits.
Oh! I have a total of 4 blocks. I'll get those
I will just remove those ones and place those. I have rolled 3 crits.
Oh.
and 1 defense.
I'll take the 1 away. So you got 3 net hits there.
The 3 go through. Now it's whether I want to disarm you or I want to shove you.
Now remember, I do have protection and steadfast, so I will ignore the first shove.
Well, we will very simply go for a grand total of 5 damage.
Down to 4.
Down to 4. And
puts me on 5 health.
a shove will be built in, but of course that will be ignored by your steadfast, and I will disarm you going up the top of the tree there.
Ouch.
So not bad.
That's a really solid counterattack, because I've got to keep him alive. Now, that does mean that I will keep hold of this objective, thankfully, which means I believe I'm still holding 3.
You are.
Which takes it 1, 2, 3 to 3 on my side, nearing my momentum now, getting there. I was preemptive in my last activation. I'm going to flip over to my Form 5 Gemso, which is my slightly more defensive Vader stance. He's calmed down now, he's beating up a child.
And I have flipped the Shatterpoint card.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it's a very bloody objective, and I am going to nominate Kanan as my Shatterpoint choice. And at the very start of his activation, he will do his man with 2 names. He is still in pack leader stance, which means he will choose another Rebel Alliance character to make a dash, and then he can do a dash himself. He will choose Chopper. Chopper has smelled blood and will come...
Did someone say death?
to try and back
Without
up
me?
his captain friend. Kanan really wants to get rid of the 5th brother.
Yeah, you're not dashing anywhere because you
from
just
this
want to stay in
situation.
Malaga.
No, I just want to stay there. I'm quite happy there. So Kanan is going to focus and then make an attack.
Does he have impact, or is he just going to get the extra dice?
He's just going to get the extra dice.
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
as simple as that. He is, before making the attack, going to change stance to Form 3 Ceresu, which gives him 8 dice.
So up to 9.
Up to 9 with the focus.
I have 6 on my defense with the 5th brother, and he has 5 wounds remaining.
Excellent.
So, oh no.
Ooh, that's a lot of fails.
I got 1 miss.
That's a lot of fails.
I got 3 expertise. Right. Live for today, brother. Live for today. So I got 4 blocks there.
Well, I rolled 6 fails, and 1 expertise. Now his
Expertise is going to be good, surely.
Yeah, well, the expertise gives him a crit and a hit, which leaves him with a grand total of 1 crit and 2 hits, which means he's only managed to do 1.
That is atrocious.
It really wasn't the best. He's clearly been traumatised by Ezra's murder.
So you got 1 net hit going through.
Yeah, so it's quite simply a push, which of course the 5th brother will remove with his steadfast, and 2 damage.
Which go down to 1.
Yeah.
So I have taken 5 wounds. I've got 4 left.
That was disappointing. However...
Should have used your other name.
Yeah, I mean... Caleb Doom
Where's
clearly did not
powers?
come out. He is going to spend 2 force, my final 2 force, to push the 5th brother with his force push.
Nice.
And he will push him 3 away.
Right into Seb.
Right over to Zeb, yes.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Come over here, please.
Yeah, I'll slide that under
Thank
there.
you very much, Tom.
It does mean the objective is still held by myself.
It is, but it makes things slightly easier.
So you hold 2 at the moment?
I hold 2 still.
So it'll go 1, 2 to the 1 on my side, which does mean you have a point of momentum in your favour.
I do.
The Grand Inquisitor has finally decided to actually join the game. He's going to activate. He's got You Know Who We Are. So when he activates, a Inquisitorious secondary or supporting character may dash, and so can he. So the 5th brother, we've just measured this. He is going to dash off camera to get back within 2 of the objectives, so he gets his protection steadfast, which he's going to need with a war criminal and a big angry Lasan with a big staff coming towards him.
Oh, they're coming.
I'm just going to dash up to here and then just going to take an advance. I'm just prepping for the next struggle, really, because I can't really affect the battlefield here. So I'm going to stand within 2. And I'm just going to gain a hunker. I'm going to survey the battlefield and be like, come over here, Sabine Wren.
Yeah, be very menacing.
So that will move the struggle tracker 3 over to me, because I'm still holding 3 objectives. So I'm so close.
Nearly there, but not quite.
Just need a momentum, and that'll be done.
Right, I think it's time to get the war criminal
Out of reserve.
involved. Murder droid is going to be placed. Now, when Chopper starts his activation, he can choose to do Mayhem, which is brilliant. However, I have used all my force, and Mayhem costs a force, so I won't be doing that at the start of this activation.
He'll lose his Hunker when he activates, but he's not going to care because he's going to get stuck in now.
Yeah, he doesn't mind. Chopper, I've already pre-measured there, has got...
Chopper versus Vader, the real fight.
Yeah, it looks like that, but he's going to focus himself on the fifth brother, I think.
That's fair.
He's...
As with all things, Ezra and the fifth brother and anyone who can contest objectives on their own is a priority target.
They need to be taken out. So Chopper has moved. He's going to make an attack.
6 dice on my melee defense.
And 8 dice with his droid range.
Yeah, protection and steadfast, luckily, because I am near the objective.
Yeah, that will help.
Let's see how we do. Ooh, it's a good roll.
It's better. Is
it better than Kanan?
It's a lot better than Kanan.
2 expertise.
It's now in the fluff that Chopper is better officially than Kanan. Yeah. We have 3 expertise, and the 3 expertise will be a crit and a hit.
Nice. So what have you ended up with?
I have ended up with 3 crits and 3 hits.
Lovely. Well, it's just as well because I got 5 blocks. So you're 3 crit. I'm blocking well at the moment.
You are blocking well. You are. Yeah.
So you got 3 crits.
My 3 crits. Right. Okay. So we want damage. We want lots of damage.
You need to do 5 to me basically because I'm 4 left with steadfast with protection.
Isn't that a shame? Well, the most I can do with 3 successes is 4 damage.
Down to 3.
And with a shove, but of course you ignore that. That's a real shame because what I would have liked to have done is, of course, activated his chopper. Sometimes you do it right, which means somebody else could have repositioned to help him out. But
the fifth brother dangles on 1 health.
He's, resilient this time around.
Now, this is a tie, but the fifth brother is there, so I'll hold that. So you've got 2 for you.
2 for me again.
So that will gain you a momentum, but I've got a feeling this sways this first struggle over. Righty then, so I'm bringing the Stormtrooper Sergeant out of reserve. He's my last activation before a refresh. Now when he goes, he's got exonerable advance. I can choose a Galactic Empire supporting unit who may advance. And if they do, they'll take a damage. I'm not going to do that, shockingly. So I'm just going to advance myself. So I'm going to go to the bottom of the ladder. I'm going to go up said ladder. I'm going to lean over with my range 5 gun. And I'm going to shoot that droid that I now know is not one of ours. So because the fifth brother is there, and he also acknowledges after being, zapped in the backside, he's going to enfeeble Chopper and take away his expertise. And I'm going to do a 6 dice shooting attack versus your defense.
I'm just going to check that he's not within 4 of Hera. I don't think he is.
You get instant cover.
But if I do, then Hera does provide instant cover. It's tight, but I think it's not quite there, and I'm quite happy just to...
I'll take that.
Leave it as that.
Right, so let's do the shooty shoots. I'm going to apologise for my dice rolling. It's not friendly. I get an expertise, which is a crit and a pinned. That's not bad.
That is not bad.
So you got 2 blocks, mate.
I've got 2 blocks.
That will take away 2 of my hits. So I've got 3 net hits and a pinned.
Chopper has 8 health.
I don't think I could do that. I've got a lot of healing, but I'm not within range 2 of an ally to heal them.
He has got protection.
Nice.
And of course he's immune to pinned and disarmed.
That is good. Right, I have got... let's do 3 damage to you, which will go down to 2. You'll ignore the pin that is built in, and I will just give you exposed. I'll give you exposed. I'll keep it on him. Now, I could heal 3 times, but it does me no good at the moment. So how much health have I done to him? Just 2 there.
Just 2.
He's an absolute little tank, isn't he?
He's a sturdily constructed droid.
Yeah, I've got to reposition, but I am still within 2 of this down here, and we don't know. I've not known what's going to flip next turn, so I think I'm just going to keep that there. So he'll just keep the exposed that he's got there. It will mean that I take 3 objectives, which will take me into victory for this first struggle.
Yeah.
And I will refresh my deck and my force as we now see what we're going to do next. So at the end of the first struggle, the Empire have taken it by contesting the most needed point of the galaxy at the top of the board there.
I don't know what that was, but it was clearly very important to both sides, yeah.
So Ezra is on his last breath. The fifth brother is on his last wound.
Poor Ezra.
Everybody else is fine.
Yeah, it's been very, bullying. I don't want to use the word bullying, Tom.
But you're going to use the word bullying. So what have we got for the second struggle then, mate?
So the second struggle is, I have a bad feeling about this.
So this is 3 objectives that are flashed up. So we've got 1, 2, and that back one near your big scrum over there.
Yeah.
And the challenging the odds is for supporting units.
Yes.
Which is very interesting, considering you've got, pretty good supporting units, as do I. So.
Yeah, and of course Zeb is due to activate for me, and he's probably likely to take out the 5th brother, which will lead for a nice one.
It will. You just need the force, that's it.
Which I've realised, of course, I do not have.
So it's great when you have that crushing realisation on camera. So we'll go to the first activation of the second struggle, which will be the Ghost Crew.
So, first activation of the second struggle, I have Zeb. He's my final guy to go. And before I did all that, off camera, we rolled for the priority objective. The priority objective in this case is the one near Reaver. Way, way, way far away from any of my guys, unfortunately.
I've got disgustingly lucky with where these objectives have ended up at the moment.
Sabine will sort that out later.
Yeah, Sabine will do that.
She'll do that.
You've got a bigger priority, which is to cave a helmet in.
The only thing that I want to do right now is to beat up the 5th brother with Zeb.
I like how this objective doesn't matter anymore, but you're like, no, it's about sending a message.
So Zeb is quite simply going to move up.
Come and introduce himself.
Because he wants to be closer to the objective at the back there, which of course you are going to be claiming as well. And he wants to just really hit the 5th brother.
He's on 1 wound with protection, 6 defensive dice.
I'm hoping for better dice.
I got all the misses under the sun there. I got 4 misses, 1 expertise.
4 misses for me as well, but 2 expertise. Which
I'm sure that'll be good for this.
Thankfully is that and that.
We've got 2 blocks. You need to do 2 damage to me.
So I only have 1 crit after your 2 blocks.
Surely he's got 2 on 1 hit though.
He has 2 on 1 hit. Of course he does.
Knocks the 5th brother out. Any other conditions or anything weird?
Nothing weird. I would now have the opportunity with the current struggle of paying a force to add an extra
struggle towards
towards my momentum. But quite foolishly, I have used all my force.
But you have gained momentum at least, which is good news.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Zeb. I mean, he did what he needed to do.
Now, Hera is close to the objective that's at the back for you, so that will score you 1 point as you move it towards you.
Excellent.
And even though I won't score points for this struggle, I will take the other 2 because of the Stormtrooper and Reaver.
Yeah.
It's all coming up, Tom, because the 4 sisters going at the start of a struggle again. And all she needs to do, she's going to lose her hunker when she starts her activation, but she's going to gain it back in a second. I'm going to just advance halfway up the ladder, and I'm going to stand perfectly in the middle of this. As you can see now, priority objective. I'm going to hunker, and that's it. So that will score me 3 points. 1, 2, 3, which take it to 2 on my side of the struggle tracker as I wait for all the carnage to come towards that objective soon.
Yeah, I think it's going to be well thought over, that one. So, I flipped Sabine, which is great because the priority objective is the one that's nearby. So my main goal here is to try to take Reaver out, and then I can claim that objective.
Yeah, Reaver's got 3 health left, so she is certainly punchable.
Now, at the beginning of Sabine's activation, she does her My Friends Make the Impossible Possible, which means one of her spectres can make a dash and get a hunker. She has chosen to do this on Kanan, who has progressed up the field towards the objective at the back.
Yeah, he's got his eyes fixed on the prize over there.
Yeah. Now, so Sabine is going to start by making a move action.
Yeah, we looked at the shooting, but Reaver's got deflect, and also you want to at least get a shove if this goes badly. So she's going to come and sit on the objective, which is the safer place to be.
Yeah, she should theoretically take Reaver out here, but who knows? Her melee is as good as her ranged.
I only have 4 dice on my melee defense. It's not very good.
6 for me.
A block and an expertise, which is luckily 2 blocks.
Expertise is a crit and a damage.
Oh, I think that might help you there with 3 health left.
So
I've got 3 blocks.
Yeah.
So you've got a crit. So you've got 1 net hit, but you've also got a damage.
Yes.
She has 3 health left.
We go for it.
Shockingly.
She takes 3 damage and she gets wounded.
Knocked out. That will get you another point of momentum. It's not bad. 2 first activations, 2 KOs straight away.
Yeah, it's okay. That then flips to my side.
It does, and you currently hold an objective, so that will take the struggle tracker 3
towards me.
1, 2, 3. 1 on your side. Now Sabine isn't a support. Is she a secondary?
She's a secondary.
So you can't spend your renewed force to get a bonus.
Not this time.
She's done good work there. So I have flipped the 5th brother, but I have banked him for now, and that is lucky because I've got the Stormtrooper Sergeant, and I think I could do shenanigans with this. So the priority objective is the one that's by Sabine. So what I need to do is I need to start threatening the one that's by Hera, so at least as we're making these rolls, there's more of a problem. So I'm going to use my Exonerable Advance, choose the supporting unit who's going to advance. I'm going to choose the 5th brother. He's going to dash because he's engaged. If he does that, he will suffer a damage, but he's already wounded, so...
I will just move him over here for you.
Get over there! So then, now I know he's in the bank, he can then start challenging when that one becomes a priority.
I will just move this over.
Aside from that, I just need to start blapping. I can't really do big damage with this one, so I am going to focus, and then I'm going to shoot at Chopper. There's no point in enfeebling because you're immune to pinned, so it wouldn't make any difference. You can't gain the condition, so I don't get any benefit from giving it you and doing damage. So this is going to be 6 up to 8 dice versus your defense, thanks to my sharpshooter.
I've only 4.
And you get all the expertise in the land. Now, luckily, you are unable to use your expertise, but you didn't roll any.
I didn't roll any.
I got 3, which is going to be a crit, 2 hits, and a pin that you don't care about, so crit.
Yeah, so my 2 defense go through your 2 hits.
Yeah, so I'll take away these. So that is going to be 4 net hits,
Not bad.
which is full playbook, as we like to say. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage down to 4 because you've got protection, haven't you?
That's correct.
And give him the exposed again. So how much have you got left?
Well, he was on 2, which means he had 6 health left. You've just done him 4, and did you give him the exposed again to...
No, it wouldn't be an extra damage though, because exposed is used as I attack you. So he's got 2.
He has,
Right.
He has 2 left.
I've got an absolute bucket of heals with this, but I can't heal anyone nearby. Sadly, the 4th sister hasn't taken any damage, and she's the only one within 2.
No.
So I will only secure a singular point, thanks to the one that I'm holding nearby, which does put the struggle tracker back to the middle, which means that we will both gain momentum, which is looking really good for you. You're starting to rack up momentum very quickly.
Yeah, I don't want to get too excited at this early stage of the struggle, but it's going okay.
That's the sergeant all done.
Right, so I flipped Hera. The priority objective is the one next to the 4th sister at the back. Sorry, the 4th sister. Yeah. Get me,
some numbered
get
characters.
My Inquisitors mixed up sometimes, as we all do. I don't want Hera to be activated at the moment, so I've put her in reserve. And then I have drawn the Shatterpoint card.
Very nice.
Which is great because it means I can activate Kanan, because Kanan would very much like that priority objective.
Yeah, 4-point swing coming here.
Yeah, so Kanan is going to activate. He's going to start by removing his hunker.
Yeah.
At the start of his activation, and then he really wants that objective. He's going to say, no, I'm going to spend 2 force to do a force push.
To send her to a different postcode.
Yeah, go away. So good, force push.
It is so good.
So good. At the start of his activation as well, I've just forgotten, he's in form 3, so he would get a force back.
Nice.
Which is good.
Then I presume laddery walk here.
That's exactly what I want to do, yeah. Ladder, walk,
stand in the middle.
Stand in the middle of that lovely platform by getting that objective. That's great. That will do.
Do you want to do a hunker or anything for his second action?
He does have his second action, of course. I mean, I think I probably want to do to shoot at... I can't shoot in form 3. I can't shoot
He's
in
forgotten
form
how to
3.
lob his lightsaber.
However, he could, of course, change stance.
Yeah, do you want to flip it?
I'm going to flip it.
Lovely. So you're going to shoot at the, what, 4th sister?
Yep, he's going to shoot at the 4th sister.
Rude.
Well, you say rude, I say...
I can't remember if hunker applies. I don't think it does because you're above me here. So
no, you don't get covered just based on that.
So I've got 6 dice on my defence here.
To my 7 dice.
And once you roll, mate, just pop them round here somewhere.
No problem.
A bucket of sadness.
Once again, my rolls are not great.
Is Kanan not doing his job?
Kanan is not doing his job today.
I got 2 blocks in total.
I've got 2 hits and an expertise. An expertise is a crit and a hit, meaning that I have a grand total of 3 hits and a single crit.
So it'll be 2 net hits because of my 2 blocks.
2 net hits, we will take those off. 2 net hits, very simple, is 3 damage and a shove.
Oh, she'll take 3 damage.
Yeah, you can continue to
go away.
Go away back into those trees.
Just from whence you came, Inquisitor.
Yes.
And that will be a 4-point swing for you now, which will take you, 4 on your side? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are right next to your momentum tokens.
Very exciting.
Very nicely done. Okay, so I have to go with the 5th brother now. I've got to try and salvage this struggle. So he is going to wake up, clear a condition, and engage Hera. So those are all out the way. First thing I'm going to do, I've got to go for big points, is I'm going to advance, which becomes a dash, to here, which is just within 2 of Chopper. And I'm going to hit it. So I'm going to spend 2 damage to get an extra set of dice on this. So I have got 10 dice versus his
4.
Let's see how we do. And you are
exposed
still.
Oh, which comes in very handy for you, which means that I have rolled nothing.
I get a crit, a hit, and a damage. You got nothing. Okay, I will take that. So, full playbook, unsurprisingly, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Yeah, that'll certainly wound him.
Knock him out. That'll secure me a point of momentum. Mm-hmm. I will spend the force now while I'm thinking about it to move the struggle tracker once towards me because of the never tell me the odds.
Yep.
So, on the first hit, I will give him exposed.
So his exposed would have been removed and then
regained. On the second hit, I'll give him strained. Can he be strained?
He can be strained, yeah. Just exposed and strained.
I could shove him, but I don't think I want to. And then I get a force ability, which is convenient because I was thinking of jumping back towards this objective, which would have cost me 2, but I'm just going to get it for free now.
This is very cheeky,
so
Tom.
It is a bit cheeky. Now, I know Kanan's mad. We're going to reframe this in a second. We saw this coming, but I am going to jump myself over to here, and I'm literally going to land pretty much on the objective because I want to be as much of a pain as possible. Mm-hmm. I am going to choose to engage Hera. But I think in terms of doing force repulsion and anything like that, there's nothing to be gained. Now, I did injure you and knock you out, so it means I can heal an Inquisitorious unit. Mm-hmm. Rather than heal myself, I'm going to heal 2 off the 4th sister because I know what you're eyeing up with Kanan.
Oh, yes.
And we'll go reframe that now. Sacrifices we make for the priority objective. So Kanan's got mad.
He has. He knows something stronger than fear again.
So he's on which side at the moment?
He's currently still on pack. Well, he's back on pack leader, which is how he started. He's not quite as powerful on that side.
So he's just jumped ever so slightly to be within range 4.
Yeah, he gets a free jump. He gets to remove 2 damage, and he gets to make a 5 dice attack because Chopper is a Spectre.
So he's going to lob a lightsaber at my face.
So just moving over there gets him in range of the 4th sister. I'm going to lob a lightsaber, 5 dice, and
I have 6 on my defense.
3 expertise. 3 expertise on a ranged attack is 2 crits.
Oh, I think your crit's going to help you. I got 3 blocks in total.
Okay, the crits are indeed going to help because...
Well, actually, I think I got 2 blocks. I think I was looking at Reva's card there. 2 blocks, we'll say.
It's easily done. Okay, so my 2 crits go through, and that means that the 4th sister takes a lovely 3 damage and gets shoved
further away.
Further away.
Just go away. So she's on 5 health currently.
Yeah.
Well, she's taken 5 wounds actually, sorry. So she has got... No, she hasn't. How many damage did you just do to me?
I've just done 3 damage to
I'm
her.
looking at all the wrong cards. She's got 4 health left.
She's got 4 health. Okay.
I will take the priority objective, which thank God for that. So that will secure me 2 more moves of the struggle tracker. It'll end just on your side, so that'll gain me a 4th point of momentum. There's a lot to track in that activation.
Yeah, that was a good turn, Tom. That really was. Well, I think it's time to activate Hera, who's in reserve. So I'll just place her on top of my order deck.
This objective's got very tasty now, the fifth brother, sir.
It has. He's such a pain. I need to sort him out. Now, at the start of Hera's activation, her Phoenix leader will kick in. Now, Ezra's wounded and nearly about to be doubly injured and die. But what I do want is he gets an advance, so I want to place him so at least on his objective he can
Focus
and slap the fifth brother down a little bit more. Which brings me on to Hera, who is quite simply going to do a focus and then slap the fifth brother down.
Yeah, the priority objective is that one that they're stood next to. So I have 6 dice on my defence versus your...
7 with the focus on the melee.
Very nice. We get 1, 2, that's 3 blocks.
I am very good at rolling fails today.
I'm catching up with you at the moment.
We have 2 expertise, and the 2 expertise is a crit and a hit. So a crit. And another hit. Let's just take those away, leaving her on 2 crits and 2 hits.
So just your 2 crits going through.
Yep.
What are you going to do to me? Remember protection and steadfast, thank God.
Yeah. It's going to be a heal, which does nothing, 3 damage,
Down to 2.
and a pinned.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll appreciate the pinned, but also it's a good idea to kind of stop me from being able to jump around in a minute.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a condition on you.
So he has taken 4 wounds. He has got 5 left. You still hold 2 objectives.
I do, which gets me 2. It doesn't quite get me the struggle, thanks to Tom's previous turn,
But it's close.
but it's not far off.
And this is a really good Shatterpoint game because the priority objective is bouncing all around the board. So it's now this one at the bottom.
Yeah, it's nice when that happens.
I flipped Darth Vader and I've banked him. And I have now flipped the Shatterpoint card, which is not a bad one to flip. So I'm going to go with the Grand Inquisitor because he can actually affect the battlefield quite a bit here. So he's going to lose his Uncanny Activates. He's going to use You Know Who We Are. And I'm going to advance this poor 4th sister forward back towards Kanan. She's got the unfavourable task of facing down Kanan. I am also able to make a dash. So I'm just going to dash to here. And then the Grand Inquisitor is going to simply advance right down to here. Flip over all the tokens, which we'll sort out in a second. And I'm going to slap Sabine Wren in the face. I am going to do 2 damage to myself, thanks to your hatred makes you powerful to gain 3 extra dice. I'm on my Form 5 gem, so I'm going to roll 9 dice in the hope of shoving her into oblivion.
Yeah, only 4 dice for me in defence.
Let's see what we get. No modifiers to your expertise or anything.
No.
1 miss. Do you do anything with misses?
Nothing with misses, just 1 expertise, which thanks to a Beskar
4 expertise.
becomes 2 defence.
2 crits and a damage. And, damage. Yeah, spinning lightsaber. So you've got 3 blocks, which will take these away. Which gives him 3 net hits, which is exactly what he needs, and a damage. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage.
Nice.
2 shoves and a reposition. So knocks her down to...
It takes her down to 3 health left.
Yeah, so I'm going to shove her once to there. Shove her a second time to there. I'm going to follow up once, twice. The reposition, I'm like, I should block her off, but to be fair, you don't care, do you?
No,
because
she jumps
over, so I'm just actually going to reposition back in. She'll be like, yes, Mandalorian, know your place.
Yeah, she was enjoying it over there, but
she was. I mean,
so much.
Reva's definitely not. Reva got smashed in. So I'm going to take this objective back. That will score me 3.
This has become really interesting.
I think we're back in the middle, aren't we?
We are.
So we both gain momentum. So we are exactly even.
Wow.
5 momentum, struggle tracker dead center.
It is very much a struggle that you have managed to bring
Claw back and all to play for now.
Right, so priority objective remains in the same place this turn,
Thank God.
which is a shame. It would have been nice to have been where Kanan is, but hey. I have flipped Chopper, your very favourite robot. And Chopper starts by waking up, so if Tom doesn't mind taking that token off, and if you don't mind taking these strained off, please, because he doesn't fancy taking damage.
He takes a hell of a lot of whittling, does Chopper, though.
He's great.
Okay, yep, so you are free to move, you're just exposed still.
Yeah.
But you've got to dash if you want to.
So Vader's there, so his first action will be to dash.
Bye, Vader.
See you later, Vader. I want to come for this objective. Now, he's there, but he's not quite on the objective, so he is going to need to use his rocket booster, which is a force power. He is wounded, so it will cost me one more force. Who needs force?
We're both burning through our force here now, aren't we?
And he's going to take himself right next to...
Fifth brother?
The fifth brother. Now, the question is, do I spend 2 force with his wound to do some mayhem
Does
on
it
the
affect
fifth brother?
everyone or just enemies?
It's just an enemy. It's an enemy unit within 2. And you roll 3 defense dice. And if there are any defends, they get strained. If there's any expertise, they get disarmed. If there's any fails, they get exposed.
Oof.
So it's whether or not I do this before going into my droid.
You've got 2
range.
force left.
It seems a bit expensive at this moment in time. And for all the lols that it would give me,
You need to just whittle him.
I need to.
It's
whittle
amazing
him.
that Ezra, after all this bullying, may actually have the most meaningful swing of this struggle
I
because it's
know.
gearing up for him.
Right, so what Chopper is actually going to do is just have an attack against the fifth brother. That is 8 dice for me.
Yep, 6 for me. I am pinned, so just bear in mind you'll do extra damage to me if you hit any of those.
Cool.
All the expertise in the bloody
Yeah, all the expertise.
3 for me is going to be 2 blocks. So I've got 3 blocks in total.
3 expertise for me is a crit and a hit.
Crits
so we
are
can
good.
Take
Crits
that.
are good.
This is not bad at all.
Well, he tops out about 5 damage, but he rolls 1,000,000 dice, Chopper.
So you remove 3 of my defense dice and leaves me with 2. And remind me how much the fifth brother's got left?
He's taken force, he's got 5 left.
But with protection.
Yes, and steadfast.
It just makes sense to do 3 damage down to 2 for his protection.
Yep, I'll take the 2 damage.
But the most important thing here is now Chopper's appeared there, and that means I am outnumbering you.
So you will gain that objective, so that will secure you 2.
That will secure me 2.
Oh, you're so close. So close. With this dice
I will
roll,
have this struggle.
Yeah, this dice roll is going to be very important now for seeing where the next struggle goes.
I think it is, yes.
So the priority objective is down here. It is bouncing around. We're going to go with Vader now. We're going to utilise his fury. So I'm going to use that with the cost of a force. I can only dash, but I will be able to get 2 damage added to my next attack. So I'm going to go out of Zeb's melee range. I'm just going to, because I'm in my form 5, I'm going to just lob a lightsaber at the back of Kanan's head. Teach him for not hunkering.
Sounds fair.
So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
And I'll be rolling 5.
I am going to use Enfeeble. So because this little girl who you have bullied this entire game, Si, is there, she is within 4 of the targeted character. I think this might be massively important.
This is going to be important, yes.
She gives you pinned.
Well, that could
So
prove troublesome.
yeah, if you could jump up. So let's see how we do. I'm going to get 2 extra damage to this because of my fury. There are definite misses there for your deflecting.
However, I've rolled all the expertise that I...
You can get.
I can use. It's only
yeah.
it's only pin that I've got. That's good.
I've got 2 expertises, 1 more hit on me. This might not be good enough.
Let's just see. So
I
3
think you've got enough blocks to stop this from happening.
Is 2. Yeah, I mean, I've rolled 3.
Yeah.
I've rolled 3. I get a reposition, which will remove the pinned.
Lovely. I didn't get a single crit. I just needed 1 to shove you off this, and I have not achieved it.
Oh, I think that's going to be important.
It is. Vader has got a second action available to him, though. What the hell do I do here now, Si? So I think he's got to advance, and I'm just going to go up the ladder.
Yeah, just to show his superiority.
Stand above Kanan, but yeah, that was painful not getting that. So that is probably going to affect this struggle now. That means I'm only going to get a 1-point swing.
It was crucial.
Which means the momentum will again appear on your side, but all you need to do here, mate, is get 3 points.
Yeah.
I'm lamenting that lack of crits there. It's definitely made a difference.
Yeah, it was so crucial, that, I think.
So you've got the priority here again, which means you've got this struggle.
Yay. That's great.
He's got to flick damage now.
And I've flipped Zeb, which is great, I think, because Zeb, when he starts, he can spend a force to do "This is going to hurt, pal." So if an allied Rebel Alliance character in line of sight, he's going to choose Kanan over there. One character in that unit may dash. Now, if it's a Spectre, he also gets to advance, so he gets an advance towards Kanan over there.
He's seeing the sister and he's like,
he's going to get the sister. Now, after it's resolved, if he was engaged, he'd get focus, but he's not, so he doesn't, which takes him onto his main 2 actions, which is going to quite simply...
Do you want to fish him out?
If you
Walk
don't
and slash.
mind,
Do you want to stay near this objective or near this objective? In terms
I think
of
I'd like to
struggle?
stay equidistant, please, if
so
possible.
Like there?
Yeah, that'll do nicely. Okay, and we'll give the sister a slap.
Yeah, the sister has got 5 dice on her defense. She gets a block of 3 expertise, which is going to be 2 more blocks.
That is not bad at all. 5.
3 blocks, so you got 2 going through.
2 go through. How much has the sister got?
She's got 4 health left.
Do you know what? She's probably going to survive this. However, I do have enough to do other stuff. It's okay. Let's give her 3 damage and a strained.
Oh, yeah, that does put her in a nasty place.
And I really need to finish her off now, so it's just something about the feel of their helmets on my fists. She's going to spend my final force point, and after a character in this unit makes an attack as part of a combat action, this unit may use this ability. One character in this unit may make a 5 dice attack targeting a character in the same enemy unit.
Crunch her face.
So she will go down, Tom.
She will die. 5 dice for me.
Yeah.
I get 2, and an expertise for me is 1 more block. I get 3 blocks.
So 2 of mine go through, which in this instance I will do 3 damage and a pinned this time around, please.
That is important. So you knock her out.
I do.
She would gain the pin, but she's got swift retreat. When this unit's wounded by an enemy effect, after the effect is resolved, she may advance. So she's that'll eat the pinned, basically.
Yeah, that's important. I will gain a momentum for wounding. Now, he is a supporting character.
But you don't need to spend the force because you're comfortably...
I'm comfortably going to get this one. So
you're going to move the struggle tracker 3 towards you, I believe?
Which will get me the struggle.
Well played, sir. So we're going to go to a grandstanding finish now.
It's exciting.
And at the end of the second struggle, that one toed and froed each way, didn't it?
It was brilliant. It really was.
So the Ghost Crew have been able to secure that one. So it's 1-1 as we go into the third struggle, which is...
Is no such thing as luck.
Now I got to pick this time.
You did.
And you can see we've got 2 white tokens on the near side and 1, which is that one that we fought the galaxy over in the first struggle at the top.
It's back again.
Our forces are very much kind of split between the 2 halves of the board, so it's going to be very dependent on dice rolls here.
Yeah, I'm worried because quite a lot of my force is on the top side of the battlefield here. And you have a fair number of units over near the yaw too, so who knows?
The upside is the one that's challenging the odds is secondary unit, so it's basically Reaver for me. My Stormtrooper I don't think is going to be doing much in the way of damage to get the extra momentum, but you're tapped on force, I'm low, we've both got 2 cards left.
It's going to be interesting.
Let's get into it with the Empire taking the first activation. Right then, on to this third struggle, and I'm going to go with Reaver, so she's going to pocket her injured token. And she's going to advance. I wanted to attack Sabine because I'm a secondary unit and I get to move the struggle tracker, but at the same time I can get the same swing with less threat. So I'm going to advance up the ladder, place myself within 1 of it.
Coward.
And then I'm heroically just going to hunker. And I'm going to place her just next to the light here. Within 2 of this objective, you'll have seen that we have flipped the priority, which is down by the Grand Inquisitor. So that is immediately going to be a 3-point swing. 1, 2, 3 on my side, over to the Imperial forces.
Okay, so priority objective remains on the same objective over by the Grand Inquisitor.
Thank God.
I have flipped Kanan. Now, Kanan is on Pack Leader, so at the beginning he allows any Spectre to do a dash, and then he does a dash.
So we go with Zeb.
So we're going to go with Zeb. Zeb's going to
Go up the ladder, start to threaten this one over here.
Yeah, we really need to spread out here.
And then Kanan's just hopping down, isn't
Kanan's going to hop down and go over to the other objective.
So he's going to advance.
He's going to make an advance of his first
Where do you
action.
want to end up, mate? I'll let you place him.
I think he needs to be... I don't know. I'm thinking on this side.
Yep.
He's going to stay there, and it's a bit of a boring activation.
You can never call it boring on camera. First rule of camera, it's exciting.
No,
it's
this is my lack of
energized,
experience.
It's
It's brilliant. It's such an exciting one.
great. Are you going to hunker up?
I think so. I mean, there's a temptation just to fire at the Stormtrooper Sergeant up there. I mean, it's range 4, and we haven't measured this on camera.
You're all good. Yeah, I'd say you can throw it up.
Do you know what? Kanan is excitingly going to shoot at the Stormtrooper Sergeant.
Stormtrooper Sergeant has got 5 on his defence.
And I have 7 dice.
Dice space there once you've rolled, mate.
Wonderful.
Oh, no.
Kanan's obligatory failures.
1 expertise is... I've got 2 blocks in total.
4 fails. 1 crit, 1 hit, and 1 expertise, which in his case is a crit.
So 2 crits then.
And a hit. So I won't bother putting the hit on because it's going to be blocked by your defence.
2 crits.
2 crits will be 3 damage and a shove.
That's not bad. You just shove him off the bridge.
Of course.
Get down. Stormtrooper Sergeant has got 6 wounds left. Now you will flip this to you.
I will.
Which means that you can move the struggle token 1 towards you.
Just the 1.
So 2 on my side, but you will gain the momentum, start racking it up early.
There we go.
We've just said off camera, a lot of this struggle depends on what I'm rolling for the priority tokens here. Like if I get the one by Kanan, it's going to slow it down. But luckily, we've got this one again. So I've gone with the Grand Inquisitor. So when he activates, he has, you know who we are. So he and a secondary or supporting character may dash. So I'm going to dash the 5th brother to eat his pinned. And I'm just going to dash to there to be within range of Sabine Wren. And I'm going to attack her. Now, I could focus and attack her here, but I would like to have my second action just in case I want to move around afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 wounds to myself thanks to Vader's Hatred Makes You Powerful. I'm on my Makashi side, and I'm going to roll 10 dice into her.
Against my 4.
Yeah, get in the bin, Sabine. It's good.
It's not good. It's 2.
She's got 3 health left, but we know that Trixie Beskar armor can very quickly...
Which is, yes, it's come into effect, but it's only giving her 2 defense dice.
Crit and a damage. So that is a damage. So your 2 defense dice will eat that one there. Mm-hmm. Which means I've got 4 crits and a hit, so that's 5. 3, 4, 5.
She has protection, but I'm sure you have enough to get through that.
8 damage.
Yeah, that certainly will.
A pin and a strained. I'm going to make it a real pain for her if she wants to come back in. So I have knocked her out, so I will gain a momentum. I am going to use my own Clearly You Were Poor student, so I get to choose an allied Inquisitorious character to heal. Now, even though I'm on 4 wounds, I'm going to choose to heal the 5th brother. So I'm going to take 2 wounds off him. So he's got... he's got 4 wounds he's taken, so he's got 5 health left. Now he's feeling much better about life after being whittled. And then I've got another action that I can take. So I think for my Grand Inquisitor, what he's simply going to do, because of Sabine's pushy ways, I'm just going to stand on this objective to be as close as I physically can to it.
Bomb it.
Yeah.
Bomb that objective.
So that is going to get me 3 points on the struggle tracker.
It's going very well for the Empire.
Yeah, gets it to level 7 or so on my side. And I will now replenish my force and my deck.
Okay, so the priority objective has now moved. It's over by Reva.
Yeah.
And I have flipped my final card, which is Ezra. Now, Ezra has taken 2 wounds, so he will die at the end of this.
He'll be reborn on a different planet.
Poor Ezra, he's been so victimised during this entire game.
Jabba the Hutt is a notorious scoundrel. Got to be dealt with.
So, in pure spite, he's going to attempt to take the 5th brother out. Now, the 5th brother's got 5 health, so it's unlikely, but you never know.
No protection, though. And if you knock him out, you will get bonus points for this.
Yeah,
so.
Ezra's got this helmet is property of Ezra Bridger, so whenever he wounds a supporting unit, he gets an additional momentum for free, and that's lovely.
So you're going to focus and smack me?
Yes.
How many dice?
That is going to be 8 dice.
6 for me on the defense of the brother. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Lots and lots of expertise and fails.
I see your fails, and I raise you 5 fails.
My free expertise is going to give me a crit and a hit. And
I'm glad you roll as bad as I do.
A built-in damage.
Nice.
So we'll take those off.
So I will take away 1 of your hits. So you've got a damage and 2 successes, needing to do 5 to me here.
Ooh, it's so close. It was so close, but never mind. I am able to do you 4 damage.
Yep.
And a pinned once again.
So he's taken 8 damage. He's got 1 health.
That heal was very shrewd.
Very important. You will, however, still secure yourself an objective.
I do.
So
just the one.
Struggle striker 1 towards you, and you will gain a momentum. Ooh.
And of course, Ezra
expires.
Yeah. Oh, which means Kanan gets very angry.
Is it just whenever anyone dies?
It's always by an enemy attack, of course. Yes.
So you've never heard like despair followed by joy when I only need 3, and I was like, any objective that isn't the Kanan one, and then it's the Kanan one. But then I flipped the 5th brother.
Yeah, I was so excited. It was brilliant. Kanan was safe. I was still in the game, but then the 5th brother.
He's been MVP for me. So I am pinned. So I'm going to take the recover action, I believe it's called, to heal.
Yep, that's right.
I'm going to eat that pinned.
I will take that off for you.
I'm then going to make an advance. I am engaged, so it becomes dash. I'm going to spend 2 of my force to force jump, which is going to place me here. And then some might say spitefully, I say hilariously, I'm going to spend 3 to force repulse Kanan. See how you like it after you did it to my sister. To send Kanan to the frickin' moon and be like, get away.
Oh, bye.
That, thus allowing me to procure this, gain 4 points on the struggle tracker, and take the 3rd struggle. Good game, mate. Good game.
Well done.
And we'll go to the outro. And here we are at the end of the game then, with the Inquisitors able to just eke it out in one of our most back and forth games I think we've ever had.
It's been a while, since we've had such a close game, Tom.
It's fantastic. So we'll talk about it in a moment, and we'll see you in a second. And that was as swingy as swingy can get. The 3rd struggle was really quick because the 2nd was such a seesaw.
Yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster. I'm really, really pleased I managed to take it to free struggles.
Yeah, Kanan's a beast.
Kanan was great.
Knock someone out and
even when his dice were not great at times, he was still a beast. He still managed to do lots of things. He was very angry. You bullied his Padawan.
It's because he's got that contesting thing. It has to be done. Speaking of contesting things, the 5th brother for me, as always, carried the team. He's just a pain, isn't he, with protection and steadfast?
It was horrible. I mean, you want to take him out in 1, but you struggle to do so. That protection is just great. His steadfast means he can't be pushed off. He's just such a good model.
And there's clutch healing from the Grand Inquisitor, which helps with that massively as well, being able to heal someone else.
Yeah, and likewise with Hera, her entire stick is she needs to heal people, she needs to support people, but she was never in the right place, or at least you managed to one-shot people so
that
much
was it.
that it really was a struggle to make her work to a best of ability.
It was cool seeing how dynamic Sabine is, like the fact that she just jumps so often that she's just like, I'm just going to get up there because I can, and I'm going to jump over here because I can, I'm going to push you over here because I can. Grenade.
Saying off camera to you that the great thing, I've waited and waited for the Ghost Crew to come out for Shatterpoint. I'm so happy that they're now out. Yeah. But the mechanics and the theme, they just work so well.
Yeah, they play as you think they should.
Sabine is so mobile, and in a game like Shatterpoint, you just want that mobility. Yeah. And she gets to throw bombs at things, and she was great. She was just isolated, but I guess that's how she should be.
I mean, it needed a primary to come and knock her out, so she definitely did what she needed to do. So yeah, good debut, first time recording. How have you found it?
Lovely, yeah. Been a pleasure.
Not flip the table yet. Anyway.
Absolute pleasure. It's been too long, and I'm
overdue.
Really happy to have the invitation to do so.
Hey, lovely. Thank you. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
See you later.
Well, a massive thank you for watching that video, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find some more, they should be over here. And if you want to support the channel and the content that we create here, there's links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. Take care.